Okay, so that was Rendezvous. Overall, pretty good. 1,500 casualties, not too bad. The 18 men who got killed in the artillery is just annoying. But fortunately, we didn't lose a gun, so not a big deal. And we got 503 additional recruits, so we're definitely not hurting for money or men. What we were hurting for was ammunition. So, yeah, we should probably do something about that, huh? These units were engaged in that fight, but barely did any work. I don't even think... Did these guys take any casualties? Oh, no, they weren't even in that fight. 3-1 Grenadier wasn't. These guys were. Yeah, I think probably the hardest hit was 2-1 Rifle. They took about 400 casualties, I think. Yeah, 424. Of course, they did 1,600, so what do you want? The question now is career points. I think in politics is probably not the best choice at this juncture. It's going to boil down to either logistics or army organization. Army organization gives me 3 divisions per corps, 5 grid. I would be able to add an additional brigade to each division. What's next? Next is 7 Pines. Let's see what that looks like. Looks like a rough defensive scenario. Oh, this is the one where I'm reinforcing the other, the allied units. Yeah. So this shouldn't be too bad. The defensive position isn't terrible. And you can basically blow them away and then roll them up. So my point in AO is not particularly necessary right now. The next battle is Gaines Mill. Which I can't recall how difficult this is as the Union. It's probably fairly difficult. It's actually a relatively easy scenario as the Confederates because you can swing wide around the flank and advance through essentially open terrain right up into the VPs. But I'm not sure how it works out for the Union. In any case, we can probably veteran these guys back up to 1,500 at least. We're still taking a fairly big morale hit, but it's getting smaller. It's be 10,000 to get those guys back up. Significantly less for these guys. This is the one that's going to hurt the most. I could rookie these guys, but they'd lose their 2-star if I did. Yeah, 16 grand. Get those guys back into strength. And these guys aren't cheap anymore. Oh yeah, get the artillery. 18 guys. I got 60,000 bucks. Yeah, we're gonna definitely go for AO. Medicine would be good too, but let's see where we stand. Army Rise. We've now got 2 12-pounder howitzers, almost enough to create a battery. Oh man. Actually, that might not be a bad idea. Third division could use a battery. We've got a major who can take it. And we can just give them 8 guns, 2 of which were purchased. So, yeah, relatively cheap. Except that wasn't the 12 pounders. Ugh. I think we're gonna rookie these guys up. Because you know what? They're really good, and they've got some breathing room here. And it's a lot cheaper. I mean, their firearms is 89. If we rookie them up to 1500, firearms only goes down to 82. I think I can live with that, and it's a lot cheaper.
Sir, yes, sir!
$225. Put them up to $1350. Getting up to 1500 with, losing too many points. Yeah, definitely that. And then let's talk about artillery. This should be 12 pounders. This should be a major. No appreciable loss there. Substantial loss there, wow. But I think we can live with it to save the money. That leaves me with 70,000. We don't have anything to sell. We do have 600 1855s. Which means that... Oh, he can't go any lower. I don't know if I want to keep him. But 100 of these guys is probably not too expensive. Drops them a little bit, but we'll have to live with it to get more blood into these units. Okay, that puts everybody up to 1600. And notice that I'm buying Springfield at 1842s here. It's okay, because I'm probably going to upgrade somebody. These guys have a firearms at 34. These guys have a firearms at 32. I'm gonna upgrade these guys. $34,000. don't like doing this. I like to keep my cavalry together, but I think 3rd Division needs to be together as well. Yeah, he'll be alright. Their morale's not great, but they're not too shabby. And they got 2,000 men. And that leaves me with 18,000. Which I think, given that I have nothing left in the armory at all, do I even have a shot at this? Yeah, I do. I can build another 1842 unit. Barely. It's either that or build up my supplies. I think I'd rather get these units in play. What I could do is swap these 2 units out for the experienced grenadier units here, which would leave... Oh, I got these 2 units are experienced as well, not as much. Probably should have given these guys the 1855s, but oh well. I think that'll be alright. Yeah, this is what we're going to go into Seven Pines with. And I'll probably adjust who actually goes in to try and get those inexperienced units experience, get them blooded before we get into Gaines Mill and everything goes to crap. I have 0 reputation to spend. Well, those would be nice, wouldn't they? Curse you, Shiloh.